In today's Focus, we take an in-depth look at Interim Chief Jessica Robledo, and we're ready to adopt some fat cats.
Why did I want to come to Pflugerville? I wanted to come to Pflugerville because it's a smaller community, it's a smaller department. I came from a larger department in Austin, and it gives me the opportunity to get to know who my officers are and a little bit about their families. When I first came to Austin, we were considered a small city, and then we exploded. And I know that there's a lot of growth coming to Pflugerville, so I'm able to plan ahead and help the department move forward in a manner to achieve what I know is coming down the road, because I've lived it already. I think the citizens of Pflugerville are amazingly supportive of the police department, and I love that. I love that, because that tells me that our officers are doing something right. And you don't hear that all the time. Nationwide, you will hear a lot of criticism about police officers, and what that tells me is that we have a very good foundation here, and I want to build on that excellence and make us better. I've done a department-wide chief's expectation meeting with the entire department, PPD and PISD, and it was basically peeling my onion back a little bit and telling them about me, who I am, what I expect, my philosophy. I believe in teamwork. I believe in empowering those that work with me. I believe in promoting excellence. I believe in holding people accountable and showing transparency. That's very important, because the citizens of Pflugerville entrust us with this badge, and this is a privilege. And if we do something wrong, they should take this away from us. And if we don't know how to hold ourselves accountable, then that means we don't have integrity. And a police officer either has integrity or they don't. And in my book, if you don't have integrity, you're not going to work for me. Law enforcement did not start out being my passion because I didn't have a role model in that. My role models were in teaching and in coaching sports, which is what I got my degree in. And by the grace of God, I was the first in my family to graduate from college. And I thought I was going to coach, I was going to teach. And then working several jobs, going to school through college, because my grandparents raised me, and we didn't have a lot of money. I grew up very poor. I had a job with the security at the mall, and I started working with some officers catching shoplifters, and one thing led to another, and they talked me into joining the police academy in West Texas. So I did that. I was the first female in a class of 13 and graduated, and then you have to take a test. Well, we had a very old-fashioned administrator that didn't think women needed to be in law enforcement. And he made it known by the speech that he gave to us when we were getting ready to take our licensing exam. And I have test anxiety to begin with, and after his very negative speech, and I knew it was aimed at me because I was the only female in the room, I failed my test. And he humiliated me, he embarrassed me, and he walked me out of the office, and he said, "You're out of here, you're done, you're gone." He wrote me a check for $600 and told me I knew you couldn't do it. So by now my world is spinning, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I've just gone against my grandfather's wishes. I've just proved him right. And one of my instructors calls me, and he says, "Jessica, what happened?" And I told him, and he goes, "I'm not surprised." He said, "Write this number down in Austin, Texas." So I did. My world was spinning. He goes, "I want you to drive to Austin tomorrow and go retake the test." I said, "But I'm fired. I don't have a job." He goes, "Just listen to me." I said, "Okay." So I drove to Austin the next day. I came and retook the test, and I passed it. No problem. But now I needed a job. So I'm asking this man who administered this test to me, I said, now what am I supposed to do? And he said, Austin's hiring. I think that if there's ever someone out there that you may know, or it might be a young child that thinks that they're interested in law enforcement and they don't have a mentor, I want to be your mentor. Reach out. Get a hold of me. I want to meet you. I'll go to your school. I'll go wherever you're at. But I want you to know that you matter and that your dream matters. And then just like somebody helped me, I'm willing to help you. I am your chief. I am your mentor. I am here for you.
Come to the Pflugerville Animal Shelter to adopt our fat and not so fat cats, as Animal Welfare Services hosts a Fat Cat Fest. On Saturday, you'll weigh your price. The cost of the adoption is the weight up to a maximum of $10. And if you guess the weight within a quarter of a pound, the adoption is free. Wear your fun cat sweaters and t-shirts and come for all things feline on Saturday, January 28th. Keep up with your city news by watching PFTV. Our next council meeting is February 14th.